Okay, it is Monday, May 20th, here in the little old town of Yama, Japan. It's a rainy day. It's feeling humid. I think rainy season's gonna come early this year. Usually rainy season in Japan hits around June, but we had like 3 days of rain the other day. And I think we have 3 more days. Anyway, I like it. It's gonna be nice and cool. Things are gonna get green. Anyway, today is a very special day because I am on my way to the airport to pick up Mr. Y.D. Choi. Who is Mr. Y.D. Choi? I did not meet this Korean gentleman until, let me think here, almost 15 days ago, but it was, I believe Wednesday the 10th? Yeah, Wednesday the 10th. My family and I, we were flying out of Incheon Airport from 2 weeks traveling in Hanoi in Vietnam. First time for my family to be back to my home country. And we happened upon an Angolan family that has been living there. They've been stranded in the airport, the transit lounge, Terminal 1, since December of 2018. So that's like December, January, February, March, April, May. That's almost like 6 months now. And we really got to connect with this family because one, we had an 8-hour layover. So, and two was my daughter Koto. She remembered them when we were flying out to go to Vietnam 2 weeks before for Super Golden Week. And what happened was on the way there, we were just kind of like, oh, kind of odd. Looks like this family's living here. But, you know, we had to catch a flight. We didn't think of anything of it. On our way back, 8-hour layover, we heard their whole story. And I have to thank my daughter again because she wanted to play with their eldest daughter, Rode. She didn't even know. The girl's name was just, she was bored from sitting on the plane for 6 hours. Like, you know, she wanted to play with someone. And the kids and the family were so happy that a kid wanted to play with them because I guess a lot of people just ignore them as they're waiting. And their story is basically they're refugees from Angola/Congo, and the father bought a tourist visa to go to Korea and then seek asylum. And the challenge is that the immigration at the airport didn't even allow them due process or screening to be allowed into the country for the refugee screening process. They just denied them access. And so they've been appealing, and they've just been waiting there. And it really just touched our hearts, my family. One, because I'm a refugee myself from Vietnam. And just these people are just, they have like, you know, no hope except for the kindness of strangers. Just the kindness of my daughter, wanting to treat them like their kids like human beings and play with them. We ended up buying them lunch, bought the kids some school supplies, and try to figure out how we can help. They speak French and Portuguese. My French is terrible, but we communicated using Google Translate. In fact, my daughter and their daughter, they had no trouble translating back and forth in Japanese and French for their needs. It was really funny watching how the young people just take their technology and just use it and accept it. Anyway, then we met Mr. Choi. He just happened to fly in that day, and what he did was he bought himself a ticket to Saga, Japan, but didn't board the plane so that he could just meet them in Terminal 1 and give them some needed donations, supplies, clothes, medicine, whatever they need, and see how their situation is and update them on their legal situation. They are being helped with a group called With Refugees. They have a Facebook group. If you check the link below, I'll make a link on Facebook for that. Anyway, we just met Mr. Choi that day. So touched by their story that he just decided to help. When I asked him, "Are you an activist?" He's like, "No, I'm just a human being." And my wife just broke down and cried, and you know, they just hugged right there on the spot. You know, two strangers, a Korean and a Japanese, and me, I'm American. You know, having a real human moment and just, giving each other a hug, over this family. Since then, I've been doing my best to make the story become more aware to just our local friends and family here in our small town of Japan. And Mr. Choi said he's gonna come and visit us on today. So he's on his way now. We're gonna go pick him up, and he's gonna get some supplies for some donated gifts, and then fly back tomorrow out of Fukuoka to be able to give to the family. And yesterday I was at a seminar that my wife attended, and we met a freelance reporter and shared with her the story. And just by our luck, that lady is going to be at the airport dropping off her friends, and suggested that we interview Mr. Choi right there in the airport. Mr. Choi does speak Korean and English, and so he's going to share their story. So yeah, I'm on my way. All right, driving to Kumamoto Airport. Here we go. All right, we are driving by kind of a onsen slash park slash Mizube Plaza, where they'll have events. Koi. Alright, we're coming up on the neighboring town of Kikuchi. That's where I met my wife. And then fact about Joe Tomei, the exchange professor from Japan to Korea. He is teaching at Daejeon University. So he is teaching in the same university in town that Mr. Choi, who's coming to visit, is from. He's from Daejeon. At the airport. Gorgeous farmland. We're just gonna go over that hill. Right, we are now in the heart of Kikuyo Town. Right by the airport here. On the way, going through the valley. Made it. We're here at the Kumamoto Airport, and I don't know, it's about 2:30. Just made a mistake as I was at the domestic terminal waiting when I realized, wait a minute, we should be at the international terminal. Hey, made it. We're here in the international terminal. So small. I'm just waiting for him to arrive. And my wife, Aiko, is here. She's gonna welcome, and her friend, Izumi, and Lisa, who I just met yesterday. She's a freelance journalist. And my daughter, Koto. She started all this.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is that? You're gonna give him stuffed animals?
No.
Hey, welcome. Welcome.
Hi, Koto.
So, I would like to introduce Very nice to meet you. I'm Lisa.
My name is Choi.
Choi.
Yes.
It's me.
It's me. Nice to meet you.
One of my good friends.
Oh,
So, yeah, so she would like to, hear your story.
my story.
So yeah, she's the freelance journalist that I told you
yeah.
about.
First, I just wanna some pictures for you. Wait a sec. You know, I'm not interested about the refugees or yeah. I just want. I was just normal people who wants to make money or to success.
So, what is your job?
My job is I'm a publisher in Korea.
Publisher.
Yeah,
So, for books?
my own business. Yes, books.
What kind of books?
History, social, like you know, yeah, all about history, but of course, novel, yeah, things like that.
Okay.
But one day, I've seen some picture, some newspapers. You know that picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of the family.
Yeah. There's a family picture, but it's not normal family picture. This is the picture. Yeah.
Ah,
This is a whole family.
The family at the airport.
Yeah. They have to cover their face because they are in the serious situation. Yeah. For life or death. But yeah, okay.
It's on the
Thank
news?
you. Yeah. This boy not cover his face as a joke.
As a
Joke.
joke. Okay.
Yeah. He doesn't know the serious situation at all. Just he feel just joke like this, and then this picture.
So is it on the news? Was it on the news?
Yes.
In newspaper?
Yes,
Okay.
newspaper. So this picture touched me.
Okay.
So I contact with the reporter. Oh, please.
No. Okay. Can I take a photo of this picture?
Okay.
Okay. Go on.
So I called the reporter how to access to this family. So
Because you wanted to support.
So I bought a flight ticket to anywhere to meet them. So I asked them, what do you need? Or anything you need, I will help. So I gave him the cereal and the milk powder, then some fruit, then nutrition supplement,
Right.
yeah. And then some books for study for children, and some money. Yeah. And then one day living in this family, they need $100 a
To
day.
live a day.
Yeah, it's very
To buy
stressful.
food.
Yes,
Okay.
and the kids had 2 meals on a day. First, cereal with milk, and then evening there's a 2 combo menu, hamburger combo, 2 combo share for kids,
So 2 combo means the hamburger.
Burger and French fries.
Okay. So 2 combos for how many?
Four kids and parents. And you know, mother and father only eat only one meal on a day, made with cereal or some bread, some juice. It's very expensive in.
Is it that expensive in Korean airport?
There is a duty-free territory in their place. There's just some expensive, and you know, even you have some money, you can buy anything else because they don't have a passport.
So how did they lose their passport?
Korean immigration.
Took them.
Yeah, they took them.
So they wanted to be they wanted to go to Korea, right? To live, but they are refused. So do you know why did the Angolan family pick up the country, Korea, to live? And why did they leave their country?
As I know, several years ago, we made a refugee act in Korea after Japan. Well, yeah. So some people said Korea opened the refugees. It's wrong information actually. So they came to Korea last year, December.
So why did they have to leave their country?
Actually, this family is Congolian, not Angolan. Congo.
Congo.
Yeah, from Congo.
Okay.
They live in Angola actually.
Okay.
So Angola and Congo is not good relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then actually, this father, Mr. Lulendo was a taxi driver in Angola. Yeah, and then
Taxi driver.
Then there's a tiny traffic accident with Angola police car with his taxi.
Okay.
Yeah, very tiny accident, not serious. But he went to jail for 7 or 10 days. Yeah, went to jail because he is Congo. He's a Congo. Yeah. So they have to live anywhere to live. They have to live.
So they decided to leave their country to escape from the police.
And that moment, they know the Korean immigration is open. Yeah. It's not true. It was not true actually.
Okay.
So they have a tourist visa. Right? So Korean immigration is not accepted because first you have a tourist visa and then refugee. No way, you're fake refugee. So you go back to your country basically. So we sued Korean immigration. And first court we lose. Now in second court is held in maybe June.
So they have no choice other than staying there for how many days so far?
This place? December 28th. December 28th. Last year.
Almost 5 months.
5 months.
So, father and mother and 4 kids, how old are they? So do you keep in touch with them?
Oh yeah, every day.
So,
Father, 1972. 12 of May.
72. Okay.
May 12th, and then his wife,
Mm-hmm.
1979,
1979.
October 14th.
Okay.
First child, Yama.
Okay, so we're driving back from the airport. We're taking Mr. Choi back to Yamaga to stay in our town. And welcome to Japan!
Thank you very much. I'm in Japan finally.
Finally.
In the other way, this is not real, I feel.
So he just got finished with his interview with Miss Kuwahara. She's a freelance reporter. And other great news was I got a message from Stephen Park of Asian Boss, and he's gonna try to get the Lulendo story, and he asked for Mr. Choi's number. So get ready for another interview in Korean, probably from Asian Boss. I hope.
Yeah, really Korean. Welcome. I'm
Good,
ready.
good. All right, so it's been a very positive day so far. Everything's gonna happen all at the same time and very quick. So Mr. Choi is gonna come and see our small town. We're gonna take him to the Sakura Onsen, take him to get some real Japanese food, like maybe either sushi.
Sakura Onsen?
Yeah, you want to go too later?
Mm-hmm, but
Oh,
girl is girl. And boy
yeah,
is
separate.
boy.
Yeah, it's separate. Good point. Okay.
People always said that you have to go
Where's this stairs?
Don't break anything because it's the shrine.
Don't break the shrine.
Mm-hmm.
Good advice.
You can take a picture of that.
What else should we know about this shrine?
Nothing. Oh, come here this way because the God's gonna come.
This way.
Indeed. And the God will be so angry at you. But it's the first time. And first, when the God, the first time people, the God will not be angry. And that's Omamori-san. They call it Omamori. Mamori means in Japanese not help, but
Mm-hmm.
what does mamori mean in English?
I have no idea.
It's a little
Helper?
helper. It's a little like a charm.
Mm-hmm. A charm. Yeah, right. A charm. Good luck
Like-
charm.
It's a good luck thing, and if you make it wet or open it, then
All the luck goes away.
one time I opened Miyu's
Amomori.
Omamori,
Omomori.
and they drawed something I don't know.
Oh. Cool. Anything else?
Miyu, my friend Miyu didn't have. She had an omamori, but she didn't like.
Yeah.
She likes it, but she don't need it anymore. So we cut open it, then it was like things in it. It was like paper in it, and they were like drawn like in kanji, so I cannot read it. But they draw like in red pen and like draw in kanji.
I see.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Choi's first
First
fatty
piece.
tuna of real sushi in Japan.
I'm nervous. Don't do that.
Okay. In the cut it piece, all that stuff.
Yeah, just do it like that.
Oh,
Very,
That's the stuff.
yeah. You already taste the difference than in
Yeah.
Korea. Yeah.
that's the stuff. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's kind of melt, huh?
And you
Melting in my mouth.
you eat like you eat together.
So good. Yeah. Okay.
So we are here at Freelance for Lisa Kuwahara's house, and she donated these items to take back to the family, like food stuff and some clothes and stuff. So thank you very much.
No, the pleasure. Hope they help them. Yeah.
So,
Hi, good
wow,
job.
it's happening so Dear Mr. and Mrs. Tran and Koto, I appreciate your time and consideration. I will never forget this trip, and I am very glad to make your acquaintance. I met very nice family. Mr. Tran is the person who has boundless energy and enthusiasm. Mrs. Tran's endless support and Koto's purity are your spiritual strength. I always thought about that the family reconciliation could be a wonderful thing. And finally, I met your family, and it was fascinating by the beautiful family in Kumamoto, Japan. Now, I don't think I am a helper for Lulendo's family, because I met very nice family and I learned about the social world and how it works. Mr. Lulendo's and Mr. Tran's family are my teachers now. May God continue to bless you, your family, and your work on behalf of the cause of humanism. Your family always will be in my heart. 2019, May 20th. Best wishes, Choi Yundo. Thank you, Mr. Choi, and you are in our hearts. So we've sent him off in his way, and he's on his way to bring the donated gifts to the Lulendo family.